Hi, and welcome to How Hypnotherapy Works. Here is your brain. This is your conscious part at the front where you're aware of things and you're making choices, and it's connected to this massive intellectual brain, which is positive, gives you good ideas, and when you're up here, you're feeling good. You also have this survival brain, which is very primitive and negative, and when you're down here, you're having problems. And this survival brain has three main parts. The amygdala, which is the fight and flight bit, and it calls the hippocampus to release these primitive and sometimes unwanted behavioural patterns. This is where bad habits and phobias also live. And the hypothalamus, which gives you a chemical boost to help that reaction. And so here's how it works. Imagine meeting a scary animal walking home. Your anxiety would shoot up and you'd move down from the intellectual brain to that survival brain. You'd feel changes in your body, and before you knew it, you'd be running to safety. And that's great for surviving a dangerous animal, not so great for our daily lives. So why does this survival brain give us these unwanted and painful thoughts, feelings, behaviours, etc., etc.? Well, they're all ancient survival mechanisms, and to understand them, we need to go back to cave times. Anxiety is to help us run from danger. Anger is to help us fight to survive. And depression was to help us save our energy when we couldn't go outside. Negative thoughts are to help us spot the danger. Obsessive thoughts are to make sure we don't forget about it. And vigilant thoughts, we shouldn't be falling asleep if there's danger around because we might get eaten. And these behaviours, well, thinking could get us eaten. So this brain wants us to react quickly without thinking. And hey, you did that last time and you survived. That must be what saved you. Let's do it again next time. And this logic can give us bad habits. This survival brain can trigger all these parts of the body as well. Your immune, digestive, reproductive systems, your skin. Different people will experience different things from this list. And these problems all come back to that survival brain. So, how do we create the anxiety that put us down there in the first place? How do we get back out again? And how do we stay out? Every negative thought we have is converted into anxiety. It can be worrying or stressing about things in the past, what might happen in the future, or what's happening now. And it can be big things like the perfect job, relationship, etc., etc., or smaller things like a meeting. And we need to understand that our brain can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. So imagine going to a meeting and it goes badly 50 times. The actual meeting is okay, but your brain thinks you've had 50 bad meetings, and so it tries to give you anxiety to keep you safely away from that deadly threat in the future. And these negative thoughts fill up our stress bucket. The fuller it is, the more survival brain negativity we get. And when it overflows, we get big problems. Breakdowns, traumas, things like this. Thankfully, we do have REM sleep to empty our stress bucket. But it also uses a lot of energy. Too much leaves us exhausted and we can wake up feeling more tired, like we want to sleep all day, and this can lead to depression. So it's normally limited to 20% of our sleep, And if we try and overdo it, the mind will just wake us up. Now we find ourselves in a vicious circle, because starting the day with too much in our stress bucket, we're more likely to think more negatively and fill it up even more, and round we go. So how can we break free from this vicious circle? Is there anything to help us? Yes, there is. Cave times were hard. No shops, no TV, no doctors, no hot water. It would have been easy to give up with so many negative thoughts and feelings, and so we needed something to help us cope. And so we evolved a feel-good chemical reward called serotonin. And we got rewarded for working together, getting food, and other positive things. It made us feel calm, confident, and in control, and it even reduced our physical pain. Luckily, we don't need to go hunting to get it now, but we still can get it with positive activities, interactions, and thoughts. And actually, most antidepressants these days are SSRIs, which help by boosting the amount of serotonin in our brain. It's really good stuff. Trance is actually a natural state of mind we go into on average every 7 minutes of the day. Whenever you're absorbed in work, activities, daydreaming, etc., and you stop noticing other things going on around you, that's trance. It's where the conscious and the subconscious are coming together to focus on the same thing. And when we're in that state, we have the attention of that subconscious and we can help it to work with you instead of against you. And this makes a huge difference. So, positive activities, interactions, and thoughts produce feel-good serotonin. REM sleep helps keep your stress bucket nice and empty. And sessions and trance work boost your progress until you no longer need them.